Today's episode prompt was things that haunt you.
Dad, plug your ears. So we turn on the lights and it is crime scene.
Can you guys not sense there's some foreign liquid?
It's disgusting and I'm gross and nasty. I'm fully aware of that. It is gushing at this point. So it wasn't just dripping, it's starting to flood out of me. Then I heard a voice from Zoom. Wow, beautiful. Didn't know we had Taylor Swift in the office. My heart stopped. Turns out I did not mute myself. Best is the front flip and it just flings out of my freaking Victoria's Secret pink hoodie.
Yeah, literally. And we see it fall to the tramp and we make eye contact and I was like, my lip gloss. He's like, the principal called and says, you haven't been to school in 3 months. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what they're talking about. I was there. I was just trying to lie my way out of it. He must have not seen me when he took roll call. And it was just like acknowledging that I hadn't been to school in 6 months. The night I told my crush I liked him and they said thanks. Cool. Cool.
I remember walking by, people were making out in the shower. And then I go up to the mid-level and people are literally grinding up against the walls. And I'm like, I am at a high school party.
You've told me that too before when I'm like, I feel like my dream is ruined for my life. And you're like, time to find a new dream. That's so messed up for me. I'm like, give me a freaking hot daddy.
Hello, I'm Chelsey.
And I'm Sammy, and this is
Deepish.
Hi, you guys.
Hi. Happy Thursday, y'all.
Happy Spooky Thursday. I wish I was the commentator on Hoopy Halloween right now. You know, it's the radio.
When do you watch that?
On Halloween, it's like, good afternoon, folks. It's a spooky night tonight. And
I need to watch it
to
this
your
year.
Witch's brooms,
I haven't watched it since 2020 when it came out, I think.
It's honestly dumb, but the first 30 minutes gets you in the mood. I can't even explain it. The intro to Hoopy Halloween just really gets me going.
Do you feel like it gets on the top 10 of Netflix every year?
Probably.
We watched Harry Potter, the first one, all the way through with the boys.
How was it?
Amazing, because last year we made it halfway and then it got too scary. And then this year they were old enough and it was magical. It was just a happy day. We did Halloween and I decorated my whole house like Harry Potter.
You're the Harry Potter house officially.
I think I'm going to double down on all the decorations.
Does Brandon love Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Did he love it before he met you?
No.
So he's just married into this love for Harry Potter.
Yeah, he read all the books last year and he loved them. And we watched all of the movies every single year.
That's the most off-brand thing I've ever heard for Brandon. Him reading all of the Harry Potter books.
I know. If you just saw Brandon, he was listening to Harry and Ron and Hermione in his ears.
Hermione, how thou You're magic.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, I don't see it. It just doesn't click with
track.
me.
Yeah, it really doesn't. But also, I was so horny for him when we were watching the movies, and he was like, in the book, this happens. And I was like,
talk dirty to me.
It was everything. We start it, and then we usually end them around Thanksgiving time. We're done.
Okay, can I tell you something and do a little PSA?
Yes.
This is your public service announcement to start your rewatch of Stranger Things.
Oh, I started the rewatch for that 6 months ago, but I think I'm going to redo it.
Yeah, that was premature. Right now, if you start it, it's Halloween vibes. And the new one comes out Thanksgiving Day. So it's the perfect amount of time right now. And it'll be fresh on your mind. You'll probably finish it right before. And then there's new episodes Thanksgiving, new episodes Christmas, new episodes New Year's. So everyone needs to start it this week.
That's what it is? Mm-hmm. They're a month apart.
I don't know exactly how the allotment is, but I think it lines up with the holidays, which is fun.
It's fun.
Final
It'll be good, but either do one a week or drop them all. Give me 3 and then I have to wait a month.
I know, but if you space them out, Hayden's been doing this thing where he makes us freaking cherish an episode of TV. I'm like, oh, we have another episode. Let's watch it. And he's like, let's wait. So
no.
And I'm like, no, let's freaking binge it. But then we do wait. And I'm like, wait, I'm so glad we waited.
That's the thing. Summer I Turned Pretty, having it week to week sucked, but it was everything.
Yeah. You can savor it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And then everyone's talking about it every single week versus binging it in one day. Mm-hmm. I definitely do want the wait, but I don't want to wait a month. I hate when Netflix shows do that.
That's what you should do is every Saturday night. Like, if they space it out, then you work around that and be like, okay, every Saturday night we watch Stranger Things.
Oh, no. I will be watching all of them.
You'll literally be texting me the day it comes out. Did you finish? Did you finish?
If they're available, I will binge them.
Oh my gosh, this reminds me.
Okay, what?
Can I also tell you something else?
Yes.
About you that I'm mad about?
Yes.
This is just classic. What is it about you that you have to consume it as fast as possible? Do you want to...
Does that track?
A little bit?
Yeah. What do you mean though? Give me an
Okay,
example.
so I'll
what
give
you're
you an
talking
example.
about.
I'm just wondering if you want to unpack it before I delve into this.
No, yeah. Tell me.
The Taylor Swift album dropped, okay? I start right at midnight. I'm literally in a circle at 11:59. It's out. Spotify's frozen, whatever, 12:01, like 1, 2, 3, play. Chelsey sends me a full synopsis of every fucking song. I'm on like song 5 and she's like, oh, what is definitely about this? And okay, Life of a Showgirl honestly fell flat. And I'm like, it is 12:05. How the hell did you listen to all these songs? And not to mention, spoiler alert, it's 12:05 and you've listened to the whole fucking album? She's like, I did skim a little bit on the repetitive choruses. You just spoiled the whole album for me. And then she's like, do you think Actually Romantic's about Travis? And I was like, no.
You didn't listen. You did not listen to it. It's
like,
so
what
funny.
is that about you? Because you'll send me something like Love is Blind. You're like, have you finished? And I'm like, it was released
2 hours
night.
ago. I do love a binge and I love to know the knowledge immediately, but I do have a bad quality where I can't just enjoy. If it's new, I have to skim and then I can go back and enjoy it. I have to know.
Are you the type of family that opens all your Christmas presents at the same time?
No, and that's probably why. My dad was like, okay, everyone find present 11. And then you have to look through all your presents. And then it was, okay, Chase, you go. Haley, you go. Chelsea, you go.
That's how it should be. That. So what about your kids? Is it just like free for all? Go crazy?
No. It's not go crazy. It was just so frustrating because how my parents did it, which it makes sense. They wanted the build up to the big present. Mm-hmm. And so it was the lame ones. And so that's why they were all numbered. And it led up to the big one. Okay. But for the kids, for instance, I do leave the biggest one for last. I'm like, grab whatever present you want. And then they all open it at once. Mm-hmm. And then it's the next present. Open it all together, though. They don't have to wait for Riggs to go, then wait for Lennox. They can both open it at the same time. How are you going to be? Are you going to be like, hey, now you go. Now you go?
Oh, yeah. It goes in a circle and we all take turns. So it's going to be Jenny, Johnny, Jimmy, like
Jane,
Mom, Dad, Scout. Because there's something about valuing each present.
But as a little kid, I don't want to wait for all my siblings. At least we can all have a present, but then can we all open it at the same time?
No, it teaches them respect. Because if Jimmy got Jenny a present that he spent time on, it's not 1, 2, 3, go. It's like, no, Santa got that for you. Mom got that for you. Grandma got that for you. You're going to open it on your own and we're going to acknowledge the gift and then we're going to move on.
Oh, I hate you.
It's just something about you. I get there's so much excitement. I need to get the lay of the land and then I'll come back and take my time.
Yes.
And dive deep.
But you're not that. You're like, I will dive deep and take my time because you want to savor it.
Yeah. With anything else, if it's a Sabrina Carpenter album or something, I'll skim and then I'll try and come back or whatever. But the Taylor, you have to take it slow.
Oh, no. See, I was like, next. I want to hear just the vibe. No. And then I'll go back and listen to the lyrics.
No, because there's times where you have to process the whole thing and then wait for the bridge. And does the bridge make up for it? Like, listen to the lyrics. What is this song about? And you're all making eye contact and you're processing and it's the best thing ever.
What is this? Probably ADHD or something. But when I'm watching a movie, I can't even watch it. I'm on IMDb and I'm researching all of the characters and what else have they been in and how much has this movie made. I need to know all of that information
while the movie's going.
Yeah.
Not
and then
even at the end.
No, it'll continue when it ends and I'll watch all the interviews of them. I have to know all the information. And Brandon's just prepared when we're driving home from the movie. He's like, okay, so what'd you learn?
Because like, you're doing it during the movie theater.
Yeah.
Oh.
He hates it. He's like, get off your phone.
Yeah, I have to. The poor people sitting behind you.
I know. He's always like, your brightness. But sometimes I take a blanket to the movies just to be cozy and then I'll put my head under and I'll just be researching.
Oh, always blanket. But then you're missing half the movie.
I know.
Do that after.
I sometimes am periodically doing it and then watching majority of the movie. But then afterwards, I just need to know all the facts, especially if it's based on a true story. That's my bread and butter. I need to know what's true and what's not.
Yeah. Did you see Diane Keaton died?
I'm so sad. I watched Mad Money that night. I did it to honor her. I'm sad.
I keep thinking about watching The Family Stone, how sad that's going to be.
Oh, that's going to be brutal.
Oh, the photo and the things. Oh my gosh.
I don't think she got enough hype and credit on her death. Why isn't this all over my For You page?
I know. I agree, because I saw on some random it girl Instagram and I was like, that's not real. Here's the thing. I don't believe anything about pop culture unless E-News tells me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to E-News's page and be like, did they post about it? And if they did, I'm like, okay, she's actually dead.
She's dead.
Or this is actually true. They actually broke up. So then I looked it up and it was all these articles that she had died. I don't know. Obviously, I knew she was old, but I didn't realize she was that old.
She's not. She's like 79. She's
That's
not
pretty
that
old.
I mean, yeah, but then you look at freaking Julie Andrews is 90.
Yeah, but 79 is a pretty good age.
But the thing is she was doing interviews and all this stuff 6 months ago and she was tip-top health. And then I guess privately she was declining for the last 2 months. Not even her close friends knew about it. It was just her very inner circle.
How did she die, do you know?
No, they haven't released her exact cause of death yet. But I think just something happened with her health. But I'm just sad. Did you ever watch, what was it called? The Stepwives or
Wives Club?
Second Wives Club? She seems like she's been the same age for the last 35 years.
Oh, yeah.
She's just been that mom / grandma-ish figure for my whole life.
And she's just that comfort actress, the Nancy Meyers vibe.
Silly
and
and
right, and all of, because I said she had so many good ones. But it is weird when celebrities die. I was thinking about this actually too, because I've been rewatching Desperate Housewives and the old lady in it. I love her so much. Mrs. McCluskey, because this was 2005. I'm like, she's for sure dead. I looked her up and she died, and there's this picture of her with oxygen and she got cancer or something. And I'm like, Mrs. McCluskey. It's so weird because at one point they're so young. And even looking at all of these housewives, now they're in their 70s. And I'm like, you guys were hot and young in this. Life is so fleeting. And I think when you watch old shows, I'm sure that you feel the same way about Dawson's Creek. It's like, whoa, no one is immune to actually
or just
dying.
like even just when they look so old.
You can get all the plastic surgery in the world, have all the money in the world, and aging is inevitable.
Yes. Oh, Bradley Cooper got a facelift.
Did he?
Yeah. Injectors and plastic surgeon, they all did reels on it because he just was on the red carpet for a new movie he directed with Will Arnett as the star. So he just came out. And you can tell he just got the lower face, so his jaw looks more snatched. But everyone's like, it's so obvious. And even some of the plastic surgeons are like, you can see the incisions by his ear and stuff. But that is so strange to me. Just these male actors feeling like, oh, I need to get all of this work done to stay relevant. And also he's dating Gigi Hadid, who's 25 years younger than him.
So he probably feels he needs to stay young and look young. There's more pressure there.
Also, Gigi Hadid is like, oh yeah, my boyfriend just got a facelift. I wonder what her thoughts are on that. He's old or...
Sure, it's so normal in that world. She's gotten so much work done too. Her sister literally remade her face. I'm sure she's just like, yeah,
do
it's
it.
like a dental appointment at that point.
But it's so funny to me because I'm so curious what his psyche is, because I look at other male actors and they are aging and do look older, but that feels more comfy to me than the snatched jaw.
Same thing with Kris Jenner. She looks so different and her face is
frozen.
Totally new face, which people are like, oh, best plastic surgery ever. She looks amazing. I don't know how old she is. Probably at least 70.
It's 70s, I swear.
Yeah, probably. And it's like, no, you're grandma, Chris. I think that there's stuff you can do to look younger and look your best and feel your best. But
you're not.
You don't need to look
40.
like you're 50. Yeah, you really don't. You could just lean into just being at this stage in your life.
I know. I kind of just want to find this balance. Seeing people age gracefully. I mean, do what you want to do, but the tasteful work where it's this makes me feel a little bit better, but then also leaning into the aging of it all.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, should we get into today's episode?
Yes.
So today we are doing a listener submission episode in the theme of October and Halloween and spookiness, but a little bit off-brand of scary things. I guess some of these could be scary. But today's episode prompt was things that haunt you. So it could be something embarrassing that you did that you'll never stop thinking about, a huge life regret that you have, What else?
Yeah, I feel like most of these, a lot of them were embarrassing haunts. Like, oh, that was so embarrassing. I'll never forget. That haunts me forever. And some of them were really deep. I regret doing that, and that's going to stay with me forever.
Yeah. Things that live in your mind rent free, that when you have a moment alone with yourself and that comes across your mind,
I can't believe that. Yes.
I want to know, do you have any haunts?
Yeah. Do you have any?
I mean, I do have some.
One I know is you tripping. And
oh, I didn't put that down. That was an embarrassing moment, but it's not haunting me.
It doesn't haunt you?
No.
Okay,
same thing with like
good.
the first grade poop story. Those are my embarrassing moments, but it's not. My stomach drops when I think about it.
Oh, okay. I have one. And it was during Halloween time.
Ooh.
So I'm in college. I start hanging out with this guy. We go on a few dates. We kiss, but I just wasn't feeling it. Mm-hmm. So I pull the fade on this guy. Anyways, he had a bunch of roommates, and I kind of became friends with his roommates and stuff. And so we would go do stuff here and there. And then one of his roommates, I started developing a crush on. So we started hanging out. And then one day he was like, hey, do you want to come over? Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, is blah, blah going to be there? Because that's weird. He doesn't know we're hanging out. And I literally ghosted him. And it's not even like we hung out once. We were probably hanging out for a good month. And then I stopped talking to him. So if he saw me at his house, he'd be like, what the heck? Why are you here? So he's like, oh, he's gone. Don't worry. He's not here. So I was like, great. So I go over to this guy's house. We're making out. I'm on top of him. It's in the dark. Okay. And do you know this about me, that I have what I call...
I know where this is going.
Brandon, my husband's going to laugh because we have deemed this thing I have called the condition. My nose is constantly runny. I need to get it checked out, but one of my nostrils is always runny.
Does your nose run more when you're horny?
No. No, it's always kind of runny, and so I wipe my nose a lot.
Yeah.
You know that about me. I'm like, yeah this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll kiss Brandon sometimes. I'm like, a condition. It's disgusting and I'm gross and nasty. I'm fully aware of that. So anyways, I'm on top of him and I just feel conditions start coming on. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just booger all over this guy. So I wipe my nose and we still are making out. And then I sit up again and I'm like, whoa, it's really conditioning. And then I wiped it one more time. I look down and it's blood. I got a bloody nose.
Oh my gosh.
And so then I was like, oh my gosh. And this is probably the fourth time I'm hanging out with this guy, like our first kiss. So we turn on the lights and it is crime scene. He had a beard all over his face.
Can you guys not sense there's some foreign liquid?
Are we just slobbering all each other's faces? Why is it
like,
so
did
wet?
You taste blood? Blood has a very specific
metallic taste, but it was everywhere. It's on my hair too, because I'm just wiping my nose and it's just on my hair. It's on my clothes. It is everywhere because we were making out in pitch darkness, really setting the mood. So we sit up. He's so sweet about it. He's laughing. Yeah. And he's like, oh my gosh.
Honestly, I feel like the bloody nose is better than the snotty nose. It's so out of your control and a little less embarrassing.
But his whole face looked like horror movie. So we run to the bathroom. We're trying to clean up, but it is gushing at this point. So it wasn't just dripping. It's starting to flood out of me. And so I end up just putting my head over the toilet and it's just dripping into the toilet. Okay. And it's getting all over the toilet seat. So then finally I shove toilet paper up. I'm holding it. I'm like, okay, it's good. It's stopping. But at that moment, the kid that I had ghosted comes down and he's standing in the bathroom doorway and he looks at me. Chelsey, what are you doing here? He looks at this guy. He has blood all over his face. And then he looks to the toilet and it literally looks like I perioded all over the toilet. So then where do you think his brain goes?
Ew. Ew. Oh no. So then what? At that point, are you not tissue to the nose?
It is cleaned up on me. The blood has stopped, but I was about to start cleaning up the toilet because I was like, your bathroom looks like a crime scene too. But his friend was trying to help me before he cleaned himself up. So he was getting me toilet paper and I was like, you can wash your face. I'm so sorry. And we're just laughing and stuff. But just his roommate's like, what? And then I was so embarrassed. I ghosted this guy. Now he's seeing me. I didn't even want him to see me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I have to leave. I cannot stay here. And then I just never talked to either of them ever again.
Either of them?
No. I think the other guy, he had texted me a few other times and was like, hey, do you want to hang out? And I just couldn't. It's over.
You've seen too much.
You've literally seen too much. And I think that guy probably thinks that that's what happened. And I'm just like, I can never show my face.
Not welcome in that household. Oh, no.
Yeah, it was bad. So that's something that haunts me.
How often do you think about that?
Probably around Halloween time.
Once or
Just
twice
like,
a year.
Just once a year, and I'm just, oof. Because it touches on so many different points. And I just imagine what those roommates' stories of me was.
What about every time you get bloody nose?
I hardly ever get bloody noses, but yeah. Sometimes I'll be making out with Brandon and condition will come and I wipe it and I'm bracing for blood.
Condition will come. Oh my gosh, this is a lot. I'm processing.
I'm so gross.
I can't wait to just tease you about this every time you freaking blow your nose. Conditioning.
Brandon always says it. He's so conditioned. It's a big inside joke with us.
I love it.
But the moral of the story is, hey, 2 guys liked me and then I did get married. So
yeah. So at least 3 guys have liked you.
Yeah.
The end. Even though you do have a condition. I love it. Any others?
No, you tell me.
Mine, I just made the little list. They're short. They're not big stories. But we did grow up poor, okay?
Okay.
Obviously, I didn't lack for anything. My mom was amazing, blah, blah, blah. But I did want an American Girl doll so bad when I was little.
Which one?
Samantha at first.
Okay, Samantha, the one with glasses?
No.
Okay.
She has long brown hair. And I just obviously loved her because of her amazing name. Then they came out with Kit. Kit was a new discovery.
Oh, and she has a bob. Bob and bangs. Yes, Kit.
And so I wanted an American Girl doll my whole life. I get a Betty Baby. Oh, I love that fucking Betty Baby. But I never got an American Girl doll until 6th grade. And then I was like, thanks for nothing. I hate dolls, which is sweet.
And also 6th grade's not too old for a doll.
A little, like 4 years too late, you know?
Yeah.
Mom, this would have been great.
She's probably saving up for 4 years.
$150 doll. Thanks for nothing. But my next door neighbors had all the American Girl dolls. They had the chest with the clothes and whatever. So I'd always go over there and play with them. And I would just come home and tell my mom how bad I wanted these American Girl dolls. And there was this one time that I stole one of their American Girl doll hangers. It was just a hanger that hung American Girl doll clothes that says American Girl on it. And I full on put it in my pocket, left in 2nd grade.
Okay.
And hid it in my room. And would just pull it out at night and look at it. And it just haunted me. Any lessons in church on stealing or talking about stealing, I'm like, I'm a stealer. I stole the hanger. And I just would have nightmares about them realizing the hanger was missing. That used to haunt me so bad.
Oh my gosh. Are you a stealer? Did you steal stuff growing up?
No, I didn't steal growing up, but can I confess to you?
Yes.
After my mom died, I went through a phase where I would steal. It would just be little things here and there at the self-checkout, like cilantro or something.
Okay, we love that.
But I would be like, fuck you, universe.
I deserve the cilantro.
Exactly. And then it got a little too much. One time I think I stole, I don't remember. It was like a mascara at Target or something. And then I was like, okay, you need to chill.
Whoa.
Like, it was like $8.
This is not 88 cents anymore.
Yeah. And so then I cut it off. But I did steal for a while.
Did it make you feel better at all? You had some control.
I'm curious to talk about that in therapy, if that's a normal thing.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
It's definitely not a good behavior, but it really was so minimal. Probably overall under $100.
Yeah, just tiny little things, but it is probably just your way of, regaining control and also trying to stick it.
Rebel a little
bit.
But
growing up, you never stole?
No, did you?
I think I accidentally stole something from Claire's once, a ring. And my mom, I had to go back to the store and apologize and stuff, but I think it was an accident. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm wearing the ring. And then we had to go back and return it. And then, the bins at grocery stores, I stole a shark gummy and I had it in my hand at the checkout. And then I got to the car and it was so sweaty and so disgusting because I was so nervous. And then I opened my hand and I was about to eat it. And then I was like, Mom, I stole the shark gummy.
Confess.
And we had to go back in and...
Oh, serious? Teach you a lesson.
But I feel like even if my kids really did steal, I'd be like, "Hey, don't do that." But
put it in your mouth and don't let you see it.
Yeah, like I just don't want to deal with that.
Yeah,
it's
not worth the lesson.
Yeah,
because it's like most kids do it and they know stealing is bad. It's not like because you returned that shark, you now.
But the worst is when I had to go up to the checkout person and be like, I stole that lesson. I'm like, I don't care to teach that to my kids, because also imagine this 18-year-old checkout girl is just like, okay, you know.
It's okay, sweetie. They're probably just gonna laugh and be nice to you about it. Or kind of like how you accidentally stole my lip gloss and then
You're
jumping
the
on
worst.
Literally, my favorite lip gloss of all time went missing. And Chelsea's like, I don't know, I've never seen it, blah, blah, blah. And then
one asked me for anything.
Well,
I had it in my pocket to give back to you because you had left it in my car.
Yeah, she had it to return to the owner. And then we're jumping on the tram and she does a front flip or something and the lip gloss falls out. And I was like, my lip gloss, you bitch. And then we always laugh about it.
The thing is, though, if I was really going to steal something from you, I'd be like, I'm stealing this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't sneakily steal it from you.
I don't know. We weren't that close at the time. Maybe we were trying to fill it
The
out.
best is the front flip and it just flings out of my freaking Victoria's Secret pink hoodie.
Yeah, literally. And the best is we see it fall to the tram and we make eye contact. And I was like, my lip gloss. Because I think it was one of the buxom, expensive ones. Or it was a good one.
No, I feel like it was
a MAC.
Yeah, it was a MAC.
It was a
and
MAC.
it was the one that looked like foundation on your lips or something.
No, I was never that girl.
You weren't?
Don't do me dirty like that.
Oh, I was literally like dab, dab, dab.
I was a peachy pink.
Peachy pink and the...
Yeah. Okay, do you want me to tell you more of my haunt? This really actually is deep for me.
Okay.
And I need to get over it. Obviously, I'm married. I have a lot of haunts with just guys, me pretending to be something for a guy. Mm-hmm. Especially when you have a crush on him in 9th grade. You're like, I love the Steelers. And then like you're actually not a Steelers fan, but you're posting about the Steelers. That type of stuff. But then as I would date, I'm like, yeah, I love fishing. Golf's my favorite. And then I'm just like, who am I?
But they're like, oh, have you seen the Batman Great Night Returns? You're like, oh my gosh, it's literally my favorite
chills.
movie.
Fantastic Four, oh my gosh,
Like,
the powers, crazy. Yeah, no, I would definitely do that. So there was this guy I really liked and he ghosted me. After he ghosted me, I was devastated. You remember. Like,
Yeah.
I really liked him. Like next to Hayden, probably third to most. But I feel like I was pretty much myself with him. But I remember there was this one Sunday. We had dated for like 3 months and then he just never talked to me again. And then I found out he got back together with his ex-girlfriend. And they're married and have 5 kids now, but it's fine.
Should we prank call him?
Yeah. But this makes it even better now because he got married and had kids right away. But it was a Sunday and I was living with Bailey at the time. Bailey's our friend and we were both single in like all of our 20s together. And we were talking and she was like, do you ever think you just might not want to have kids? Like, isn't this life the best? We're kind of just like, yeah, forget kids, you know? And he's trying to have a deep conversation with me. We're driving up the canyon and he says something about when do you want to have kids or something. And I was like, do you ever think you just don't want kids? And I don't know. I feel like I was maybe trying to sound cool or something.
Yeah. Because it's a verb, but
My
stealing
number
the
one dream in
hanger
life.
from the American Girl. And my baby.
Literally. And as I have wanted to have kids since I was forever. And so then he ghosted me and got married and had kids right away. And I was like, what if
That
he was like,
it.
oh, I can't be with her because she doesn't want
kids.
So I was thinking about that conversation where I'm like, oh,
Obviously meant to be, but...
yeah. And I feel like I used to lie a lot about random things.
Oh, I wonder what that is, because I definitely knew this girl who would lie so much. She would just say the randomest stories, and I'm like, that's not true. Why are you telling this random story? Or just like, oh, I met this guy on this vacation. This elaborate story.
It wasn't really necessarily big elaborate stories or anything to my friends, but it was to my mom about dumb things or to my family about dumb things. I think it was Erica who was on our podcast where she's like, I would lie about the color of shirt I was wearing that day for no reason. And it's like a sign of not feeling safe or like something's weird about it. But I'm just like,
What
ugh.
ages? Because
Like-
it would track if you were like 13 to 15, like 13 to 16.
Yeah, I
doing
feel like
that.
it was probably like 9 to 20.
Like
wider range.
32.
And then my last one is just not doing better in high school. If you guys don't know, I missed half of high school because I
That's
slept in my car.
crazy to me. The fact that you graduated is a
Barely.
miracle.
Yeah, I know.
You just lived at East Shore doing those packets.
I know. But that's the thing is I got so far. I would slough so much.
You literally...
There was a semester I went to class twice.
Do you not have nightmares about that?
All the freaking time because this is what would happen. Is so I sloughed, like I said, the whole semester, half of my junior year.
Literally pulling up to the parking lot of my high school and just being like, come out with us. And I'm just like, what? It's third period.
Yeah, me and my friend, we would always, Case Moo, if you're listening, we would always slough. But it got to the point where I got so far behind that I would slough by myself. I would pretend to drive to school and go sit in the parking lot because I
Yes.
just was so behind in school and things were kind of rocky at home or whatever. And I think that was my way of coping. I try and give myself credit because I'm like, why was I doing that? Rebelling, because I'm a hard worker and I'm smart. I don't know. It's just weird. And so I look back on that time. Then I came home one day and my dad was sitting on the stairs and he's like, the principal called and says, you haven't been to school in 3 months. And I was like, screaming, look me in the eye, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what they're talking about. I was there. I was just trying to lie my way out of it. He must have not seen me when he took roll call. And it was just like acknowledging that I hadn't been to school in 6 months.
And that also, to tag on to that, your mom would give you her card to fill up gas, and then we would go do Target runs and cash back.
Oh my gosh, that haunts. That's too deep to write, but it haunts. No, there was this one time I remember going to get gas at Harmon's because we would just drive around. My mom would give me her card. I went to go get gas at Harmon's. Her card got declined. And I was like, Mom, what the hell? That's so sad.
$20 cash back wherever you went.
And my mom would find receipts of cash back. Oh, can I tell you something else? This is so bad. This is going to make me sound so bad. You better have a good confession after this because I'm sweating. This is sad because this was like 2011. I had just graduated high school.
Okay, tell me.
And I desperately needed a new phone. My phone was on the fritz. I needed a new iPhone so bad. And at that age, all you want is the front-facing camera. I just wanted a new iPhone so bad, okay? And my mom's always so big on Christmas, blah, blah, blah. It's a few days before Christmas and there's this square box in the shape of an iPhone and my mom's rattling it like, ooh, I wonder what this is. And I was like, oh my gosh, my iPhone. I'm so excited. This is going to be amazing. Can't wait till Christmas. I open it on Christmas and it's fucking perfume. Taylor Swift Enchanted Perfume.
Okay.
And I remember being so let down and disappointed because we talked about the cell phone so much. And I was like, where the fuck is my new iPhone? I wasn't straight up rude to her, but she could definitely tell I was disappointed.
Yeah.
And then a few days later,
no,
I got some of my own money, and then my sister gave me some money, and I went and bought a new iPhone, and I brought it home, and I was like, yeah, I got a new phone. Kinsey and Kelton contributed money for me to get a new phone because they knew I wanted one so bad, and I was such a bitch about it. And my mom's like, good, I'm glad you got your phone. Sorry I couldn't get it for you, whatever. And I was so, that is the number one thing I think about. And I've apologized to my mom.
But it's not as bad as I thought. I thought you were going to be like, and then I took her card and I got $400 cash back.
No, but what was worse is it's not even how I spent her money. It was, my sister donated to my iPhone fund because I am a neglected child that you couldn't come through for. Because there was nothing better that my mom loved than freaking spoiling the shit out of us for Christmas and giving us the best gifts, and
she just couldn't afford it.
I just sent her into thinking that she couldn't come through and get me my iPhone.
I know, it's so funny to me because I feel like you always had a solid relationship with your mom, but you also were like, especially later teenage years, just very like, okay, mom.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Like, mom, make me my pasta salad and my food and go away. But then I feel like from age 19 to literally up until she passed away, you remedied that all. And you more spoiled her and you were so grateful for her. And it switched.
No, as a teen, I was a nightmare. But like we did my junior year, she took me on a girls trip and we went together and it was so fun. I felt like we were close. But I definitely walked all over.
That's what it was.
You're my baby, whatever you want. But I think when her and my dad were having problems in high school, I definitely was a brat.
More than that, I feel like, okay, mom, whatever. Yeah. Bye.
That's so
I just
sad.
remember.
Talk about a haunt. That haunts me.
But also, I feel like that's everyone.
Yeah.
It's not. Because then you also had this time really just like be best friends. I think especially the last few years until she passed away, you really spoiled her.
Yeah.
Your mom's so cozy though. She's such a take care of. We're out and she's like, oh, here's Venmo for dinner. Even in high school, she would do things for us. Always the extra mile. Were they out of town for 4th of July when we threw that party?
Yeah.
They left you money. And I swear your mom was like, you girls have the fun weekend. Here's extra money.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like she would do stuff like that.
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
The best is when we'd be hanging out watching movies and then she'd be like, hey, girls, I'm going to order pizza and I'm going to order this. What do you want? She would always get us stuff.
Oh, absolutely. There was nothing better.
But is there anything better than that type of mom?
Nothing
And she
better.
never felt like she was encroaching. She always gave us so much space.
Oh my gosh. Another thing that haunts me.
Tell me.
when we went to St. George with my mom, remember? It was like the beginning of our friendship.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so funny. She does not exist in that.
Exactly. This is why. So my mom's like, oh, for spring break, we're going to dad's friend's condo or whatever. You can bring some friends. I'm like, okay, great. So then I invite you, Casemu, Maddie. And obviously the road trip was the funnest part about that whole thing, right?
Yeah. Your mom wasn't there, though.
So I was like, Mom, you drive separate. You take me and my friends to St. George and you go in your own room and you drive by yourself down to St. George so that me and my friends can follow you and talk about boys and eat snacks and whatever. And she just drove her ass to St. George by herself, just caravanning with us.
Was she there, though?
She was there. She was the one taking pictures of us on the freaking dinosaur and stuff.
No. What?
She was there.
I'm the worst, but we're just hanging out with boys in our bras and underwear.
Oh, yeah, we met up with boys to hot tub at their place.
But we were out till literally 4 a.m. and your mom's just like...
She's
I'm a cool mom.
And Mean Girls. You guys need anything? Condoms, a drink, a snack? Literally, she was that, and she made us freaking Muddy Buddies and got us Puffy Cheetos and got us all the snacks and would just watch movies by herself while I'm like, Mom, can you turn on the AC? We're hungry. Can you order us food? That is so sad.
But it's so funny because I literally don't remember her.
I know. I wonder if Maddie or Kens would know that she was there.
She's just in her room, silently, as we're blasting freaking
Moulin Rouge. Yeah. But that's the thing is, like, if Chloe asked me right now, can we go down to St. George and you drive separate? I would totally do that. I'd be, yeah, you guys have so much fun. Road trips are so fun.
But would your
listen
feelings
to a
get
podcast.
hurt?
Maybe if it was like my kid, maybe I'd be like, oh, you don't think I'm cool or whatever. I'm not a mom, so I don't know, but I don't feel like my feelings would be hurt. I would understand. We took Chloe for her 13th birthday to go to a hotel with her friends, and we got them their own room. And I was like, you guys lock this door. Come knock on our door if you need us. We're going to leave you alone. Because there was nothing worse than the parent that's like the buzzkill, you know?
I know. I feel like you're going to be so cool like that, but that's how your mom was. We would literally be throwing parties upstairs, and your dad and mom were just like in their room.
Oh, and we were literally just
wrecking the house,
freaking making out with each other, and they didn't come up once. They
like,
just
we
leave us
threw
alone.
some ragers at your house. The big ragers were when your parents were out of town, but those were the high school parties. There was like 2 of them that I can recall that were full-blown ragers. Yeah, where we literally Dad, plug your ears. But were you at that one? This might have been the 4th of July. When they were like making out in the shower. People were making out in the shower. No, we live in like a split level home. Here's the thing is we had the most ghetto house out of everyone. But somehow we'd always hang out at my house. Yeah, always. But it was a split level home, and my parents' master bedroom was in the bottom, like the basement of it. So it was 4 steps up. There's a family room where we'd all hang out, and then downstairs was their room. And we somehow moved the speaker down there to listen to music. And people were freaking grinding on their bed. People were dancing in the shower. Then Sam turned on the shower and everyone was dancing because they had this massive walk-in shower. No, I remember walking by. I don't remember who it was, but people were making out in the shower. And I was like, okay. And just there was a strobe light or something. And then I go up to the mid-level and people are literally grinding up against the walls. And I'm like, I am at a high school party. And then you go upstairs and people are just like, shot, 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 shot. There was no alcohol there. No, we never had alcohol. That's the thing. It's like it was a very Mormon chocolate wasted. But everyone acted drunk. It was like, woo. And then we're listening to EDM and drop it low, girl. Drop it low, girl. But I just can close my eyes and just picture this strobe light basement and just so good. I know. It is good to be a hands-off parent. In that sense, obviously that was a little too much. They were out of town every 2 weeks my senior year. Oh, yeah. And I was the only one living at home. But you didn't live there senior year. Yeah, I did. Did they move into the condo end of senior year? It was summer after. And then even when we had the condo, I'd hang out with boys at the condo. Why are we hanging out in my parents' 3-bedroom condo? I know. And that's what I'm saying too, is in this tiny condo, it was your mom coming to get a drink. Sorry, girls, I'm just getting a quick drink. I'll go back in my room. Just in her pajamas, the classic pajama mom.
I know. I wish I could go back and be like, Mom, do you need anything? I got your favorite treats. I'd make that experience more fun for her, even if she was still hands off.
I feel like we're though. My memory
her.
of it is I knew you loved your mom. And I knew that you were sweet to your mom. I didn't think you were rude to your mom.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably a combination where she was probably, you were a monster at times. You're also sweet. But the good thing about these songs is I talked to her about all of it.
Rectified a lot
where
of
I'm
them.
like, the freaking cell phone thing and the driving to St. George, those are the two things where that hurts my heart that I did that. I'm such a little biatch.
But your mom, I just don't think she cared very much. Or do you feel like her feelings were hurt?
But when I think about the innocent little angel she is now, I'm just like, you poor thing.
I know. I think it's different to me being a boy mom. I'm curious because I don't think my feelings would be hurt.
Yeah. If they were like, Mom, take us to your friend's condo in St. George, we're going to drive separate.
I would call you and be like, let's go. You're coming with me and have a friend.
I wish my mom would have had more friends. She probably should have done something like that.
That's what I would do. I'd be like, yes, I don't want to be in a car with stinky boys talking about dumb things. But if I had daughters, I'd probably get my feelings more hurt. I'd be like, I'm a fun mom.
But I had such a separation between family and friends, too. I did not want to intertwine anything. But I wish I would have been more inclusive about Queen Jeannie. We love you, Jeannie. Let's include her in the road trip and like talk to her about boys and stuff.
Corey was like that.
Yeah, like Mama Corey.
We would sit in the kitchen and talk boys.
I feel like my mom would have been so down for that if I would have opened that door.
Oh, totally. But I think she just wanted to give us our space.
And she was probably more shy than
Did you talk to her about boys later on?
In high school, no. But once I started dating kind of after McKay, I would talk to her a lot, especially about Hayden. That was one of my last memories with her. I came home from visiting him in Florida, and she picked me up from the airport. And I remember just crying to her on the car because I was like, I don't feel like we connected. And she's like, can I give you some advice? You just need to relax and just let it play out. He likes you. And it was so sweet. But I talked to her a lot about my relationship with Hayden, which I loved.
Do you ever go back and read your guys' messages?
All the time. Yeah.
Are they good?
Yeah, but they're sad. But sometimes I'll literally read them for hours. I'll just scroll and scroll back to 2019.
No. When did they start? Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't gone back that far.
Oh,
I've always had the same phone. But a lot of it's just like, what do you want to do for dinner? Simple stuff.
Yeah.
But it will literally transport you thinking that she's still alive. It's like doom scrolling where I'm like, oh,
she's here.
I want to respond back to her. It's so weird.
Have you ever texted her since she's been gone?
No. But we were with Hayden's friends who their dad passed away. And one of their friends kept their dad's number as their own. I'm like, I should have done that. That would have been sweet.
Oh, is it gone now?
I don't know. Should we call it? Mom?
She's like, hey,
she's still on my speed dial, though. I can't take her off.
Oh.
I know. Anyways, this is taking a turn. Should we get into the listener submissions?
Okay. This one's funny. I'll go. I was texting my boyfriend David one night, feeling cute and bold after one of our dates. So I typed out, can't stop thinking about last night, the way you kissed my neck, the way your hands. You get the idea. I hit send. Well, apparently when you save someone as David, it lives dangerously close to dad in your contacts. My heart dropped. 2 seconds later, my dad replied, I think you sent this to the wrong person. I wanted to melt into the earth. It's been years and I will never live that down.
Oh,
just like sexting your dad.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Have you ever had a quick moment like that?
Well, okay. So on Snapchat, way back in the day when I had Snapchat, Brandon, my husband, and Brandon, my best friend, I had a guy best friend named Brandon. Like they were next to each other in Snapchat, and I would just send freaking sleazy pictures to Brandon, my husband, but not even full on super sexy, but just like kissy face or whatever. And I was always terrified that I
sent it to the other Brandon.
Yeah, so I changed his name in my phone and in my Snapchat as Wardrop instead.
Oh.
So I never accidentally did.
Good.
Yeah, so never got a freaking nude from me.
I love that.
Okay, you go.
Okay, in 7th grade, I loudly called my teacher mom and then doubled down by saying, well, you kind of are like my mom. I think about it weekly.
Oh, just like the mom. Or when you go love you, bye.
Oh my gosh, this girl, she said, I once told my boss love you at the end of a Zoom call. It was 3 years ago. I think about it weekly.
No, that's the worst. Okay, I have a Zoom one. I was working from home, earbuds in, full cozy vibes. I had a Zoom call open, camera off, mic supposedly muted. I was deep into a solo performance of Taylor Swift's All Too Well, not singing, but performing. I was pacing around the kitchen, acting like it was my stage, acting out the heartbreak, belting it out. You kept me like a secret, but I kept you like an oath. Then I heard it, a voice from Zoom. Wow, beautiful. Didn't know we had Taylor Swift in the office. My heart stopped. Turns out I did not mute myself. So yes, I gave an entire performance to my team.
On a meeting. Oh my gosh.
Now every time I get on a Zoom, someone asks, no solos today?
No, I would never be able to recover from that. But also, why are you not paying attention?
Oh, that's so something I would do. Other times your camera doesn't have to be on. So you could pretend to be listening and then be cooking a meal or something, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Hayden is the same way where he'll literally just be on a meeting and not have to say anything in it. But all my meetings, I'm actively answering questions in it where I'm like, I could never imagine just being.
But if you were just kind of like a side one and just had to listen to a team meeting, that totally makes sense. Okay, you go.
Oh, this one's kind of sad.
Oh, no.
She said, I'm haunted by the person that I thought I'd be by now. The one who didn't settle, who chased her dreams, who wasn't so afraid of failing. I still see glimpses of her sometimes in old journals and playlists and photos, and it's bittersweet, like visiting a ghost of myself.
I hate that, but girl, it's never too late. Literally.
But also, do you feel like everyone has that? I feel like that's almost like a normal feeling. And I think we are in the age, you're right, where it's never too late. I still think all the possibilities are open. But life never really turns out how you thought it would be.
But not even that. I think sometimes you can compare yourself to an older version. We were literally talking about this where I was like, I feel so lonely and why is no one obsessed with me anymore? And I feel like back in the day, people gravitated towards me and I never felt like left out or not wanted. And now I'm 32 and it's crickets over here. And why does that not just come naturally anymore? I do think back to that younger version and I'm like sad and I want that back. So it could transcend just not that. But I think it's hard if you had really high dreams and hopes for your lives. But I'll say it again, you need to come up with new hopes and dreams. And then
you've told me that too before when I'm like, I feel like my dream is ruined for my life. And you're like, time to find a new dream.
Yeah.
Which is so hard.
It's so hard, but do you want to look back in another 10 years and still just be beating that dead horse? Or you could look back and be like, whoa, I really fulfilled some of these dreams.
And I think that's such a good perspective to have. Oh, I want to look back and be like, I'm so glad I did that. And not like, what if I would have done that? Reach for the stars.
But I feel like we have that a lot in our friendship and a lot of things that we've done. It's like if we have an idea, we're like, cool, let's start a business. Cool, let's start a podcast. Cool, let's do this. Cool, let's go on a trip. Let's do this.
Why not just try it? Why not just do it?
We really have that. And I'm so grateful that I have someone like that in my life that's so down to fail or to succeed.
Totally. Yeah, and just try things. But I want her to know also, I think not feeling alone in that. It's not everyone else is out here. I'm living up to my potential, got everything I ever wanted, and life turned out exactly how I hoped it would be.
I totally agree with that. Okay, this one's sad too. I missed my grandmother's last birthday for something dumb. I kept saying I'd visit next week. She passed before I made it. I show up differently now, and I never say next time. It's hard to have those regrets.
I love that. Lessons. Never say next time. Because that's always like next year I'll do this or next Christmas, blah, 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 or next birthday or next Because
there might not be.
Yeah. Live every freaking birthday, Mother's Day, Christmas, Halloween. I
need to think that, honestly. I've been feeling so, especially the people in my life, it's like, oh, they're there.
Oh, I once told a guy I love the Beatles because I panicked, then spent months pretending I know their entire discography. To this day, I still can't name more than 2 songs.
Oh, see, That
was me. Do you feel like you used to do that? A little bit where you're like, yeah, I love punk rock.
I feel like I wasn't like, I love blah, but their interests became my interests where I was like, oh, I love rap music now after they showed me stuff. But I don't think I was ever before like, I love that. But then I was such a bandwagoner. Oh, you like this team? I love this team now. Yeah, you know?
Totally. Yeah.
And then afterwards I was like, country?
Just you had to tone Lakers gear.
Oh, for sure for Brandon. I'm like, yeah, go Lakers.
100%. That's how I am. You have to be like that with your husband for sure.
This one's deep. There was a girl in high school we all made fun of behind her back. I laughed along. She moved high school mid-years, and I always wondered why. As an adult, I realized how cruel we were. I thought about reaching out, but I didn't know what to say. But that absolutely still haunts me. It's so hard when you have those moments where you're disappointed in yourself and how you acted.
Yeah, for sure. I have a few of those in junior high and high school. I'm like, I probably wasn't a very good friend.
Yeah, or just when you're mean to someone and it really hurts someone. I've told you this story before, but I would just prank call people in elementary, just really mean jokes and mean things. And I'm like, wow, that's horrible.
I know, it's sad. I always tell my nieces that it's like insecurity on the other person's end, but it also is a thing that just happens. You get sucked into and you piggyback on another person who's being mean, and
or you just don't say anything. And sometimes that you think it's going to be this huge thing, but most of the time it's just little comments or someone's feeling a little left out. It's like you don't want to be in that position of being left out, so you just let it happen.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. This one says, I often feel haunted by the idea that I'll never fully heal. Just learn to carry it better.
Do you feel similar?
Wow. Does that remind you of me?
I feel like secretly some of these are just like
just journal. Those are some listener submissions. Just sneak some of my journal entries in
I
there.
didn't see that on the form.
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean?
Like sometimes you like oh, just think like,
ladies and gentlemen, let's watch her crawl her way out of this one.
But just knowing those deep things, you'll never get over some of these losses, but you will get stronger. We've talked about that.
Yeah, I'm sure this is a fear that everyone has when they go through, especially like a grief type thing.
It never gets easier, but you do get stronger.
But it's sad that that haunts you.
I know. I hate that.
Oh, this one says, the TikTok I posted and deleted after 5 minutes, but still think about every time I open the app.
That is so true.
Oh, the night I told my crush I liked him and they said thanks. Cool. Cool.
Oh, I love these short ones, just the zingers.
Choosing comfort over growth. I wish I had taken more risk when I had fewer responsibilities.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever feel like that having kids young? Were you ever, oh, I wish I would have done this before having kids, or I wish I've done this before I got married? Or were you not really haunted or regretful about anything?
I mean, I think right now I'm 32 and I've literally never truly traveled outside of the United States besides Mexico, and that haunts me. Am I really that person that's never been to Europe and never been anywhere? That's so sad to me.
But then you can spend your next... It's on the opposite end where your kids are going to be raised when those people are raising them. And then you can spend with your husband.
Oh, I can't wait to travel with Brandon. When the kids are all graduated from high school, that's where I want our prime to be when we're mid 40s and the boys are in college. Let's go on a full-on trip, us two.
Yeah. Sorry, mom and dad are in Greece for 3 weeks.
But then also going with the boys to Greece for 3 weeks. I hope we're just rich and we can do that kind of stuff. Oh.
And that they don't have jobs or school or anything.
Can I tell you something though? I love my kids and I like them. I think they're funny and cute and awesome, but it's a very unconditional feeling where they are perfect because they're my kids and I love them. But Lennox is switching over into this boat now because he's 7. He's turning into a legit person with his own jokes and humor and is genuinely funny.
That has to be such a weird switch.
I'm like, you're funny and I like you. If I was 7, I would want to hang out with you. The other day, it was so funny. I was filming the boys and then Lennox was like, I posted it, but he was like, Mom, you're the best mom in the world. And I feel like everyone would want you to be their mom. And I was, oh my gosh, buddy, you're so sweet. He just randomly said that. And then I stopped filming. We're chilling. And he's like, you're welcome, Mom. You can stop paying me now.
Oh.
And I was like, that is so funny to me that you just thought of that in your little quick-witted brain.
Yeah, that's cute. And he's just so little and shy and innocent and just is coming up with these jokes.
Oh, yeah. We've been playing games every single night. We play Uno. We do charades. That's our new little tradition. And he won Uno and he did this thing and he was like, double loser, I'm the winner. He did this little hand gesture, but the way he did it was not trying to be rude. He was just being silly. Mm-hmm. And I was like, where did you learn that? He's like, I just made it up. And I'm like, you're so cool. It's a fun age right now.
Yeah,
it's switching.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like some of those are really good.
Should we get into the forecast?
Yes. Let's get into it. You go first.
Okay, this is actually funny because when you got here, you were telling me about a book you were reading. And I was like, I want to get to know what you like as far as books, because I'm reading a spooky book right now too. That's on my loved it, is like spooky books. I'm to the point in October where I'm like, okay, I just want to consume spooky content.
Yep.
Especially something about like a scary book is good.
What do you mean scary? Is it like thriller?
Oh, it could be all sorts of things. Thriller, yeah, stalker,
mystery,
crime. This one I'm reading right now is borderline fantasy. I want to know how you rate, because at work it's based on tropes. So they're like, oh, do you love age gap, or do you love
enemies to lovers?
Yeah, forced proximity. Are you into that kind of stuff? Do you even love kinky books, or are you more just in it for the plot, the storyline?
No, even with romance books, I want the story to be good. I'm a huge character development person.
Yeah.
If they get together too quick or jumps over, or I'm like, that's unrealistic. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be a good paced out story and foundation, especially with a romance.
So if I was describing a book to you, what would make you be interested? If I was like, oh, it's this, and then it takes place in this, would you be like, oh, yes, I'll read it?
I'm not too snobby. I'll read anything, but I can't guarantee I'll love it. I'll be like, yeah. Give a 3.5, but
yeah,
I'll read anything.
That doesn't really answer my question.
I know. I like a little bit of everything. I love romance. But what I love, too, is humanity stories, like humanity, light, coming together, saving each other, having each other's backs, really good character development, and people loving each other. I love those types of books. Like, have you ever read Anxious People? It's one of my favorite books. It's people coming together and having each other's backs. It's not even romance or anything. And then there was this other book called, do you hate this?
No, I just try not to have a laugh attack because I'm like, nothing sounds more. And so bad because they're just like charity and giving back and loving one another. And I'm just, that sounds so gay. Just sounds so lame. But that's so messed up for me. I'm like, give me a freaking hot daddy.
I know.
That's how I decide my books.
I already know you. You love an age gap. I feel like that's a trope you love, like a 40-year-old.
Oh yeah, I went through
single dad.
Yeah, Paloma introduced me to all these freaking nasty age gaps, and I went on a bender with them, and they were so good.
See, and then you love a cheese. Like, you do not have a cheese meter.
Oh no, that's not true. That's only true in Hallmark movies. That's not true in books.
That one book that I read.
Say You Swear?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that book changed my life. But that book was fucking good. The plot twists were so good.
It was really cheesy though.
Okay, but maybe I was at a dark time in my life. I don't know.
And the boyfriend is good in it, but they're 18 and it's so immature. And I'm like, this is very YA trying to be raunchy.
Oh, no, it was so good. Don't ruin that book for me.
And that kind of stuff I'll read, but I'm not like, that's going to change my life.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a little bit more like...
Say it, Charles. Say it. I just know whatever you're about to say is going to be so mean. I just think like a little bit more mature and like a little bit classier taste. Okay, but that is true because the other day my friend texted me and was like, there's this book, but it's step siblings. I'm like, sold.
They hook up in their step siblings.
Yeah, it's just like the messed up, the dark books, you know?
I don't think I would like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's some books where I'm like, this is nasty, and Chelsey would not be down.
Also, too, I'm down for a good sex scene in a book, but my thing, too, is I do want it to lend to the story.
Yeah, I feel like if some of these books, you'd be like, take her on a date first.
I mean, I got 5 ACOTAR books deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't love fantasy, but I was like, I need to read these because everyone's reading them. And by book 5, they're just like fucking each other up the butts every other scene. And I'm like, this is distracting me from the story.
Yeah. Sometimes it's too much where it's like literally just based around each steamy scene.
Yeah. And I want it to be moving the plot forward.
Yeah.
They're falling in love and she's feeling more connected. I want them to add to the story.
For sure. Which is not too much to ask.
Yeah. And I feel like sometimes I'm like, okay. Like Colleen Hoover teeters that line sometimes. Where she, especially in her later work, she's trying to throw in sex scenes. We get it. She's horny and he does
no,
her.
Colleen Hoover is mild
Garbage
spice, level 1 spice. Like gateway spice.
Yes.
The gateway drug.
But Verity?
I don't really remember the spice in that, but it was probably mild.
Okay.
I feel like that's the gateway drug into
What's the nastiest book you've ever read?
Credence.
What is that?
Okay, so this girl, her parents die.
Okay.
So she moves in with her step uncle. And he has 2 sons. And the sons are hot, but they're all different. And she tries them all out and ends up falling in love.
One of the kids or the uncle?
She just ends up with the uncle.
She ends up with the uncle.
Mm-hmm. It's her step uncle though.
I hate this book.
And they all kind of know that she's doing them all, and she's kind of just like their toy, and they're like locked in this cabin together.
Was she doing all 3 of them?
Like not at the same time. But they all kind of know. You fucked my brother last night. I'm going to fuck you tonight. I'm sweating. I'm going to have to cut this out. But that's the worst book I've ever read.
And did you like it?
There was parts where I was like, well, this is too much. But me and Hayden were also on vacation, so.
Yeah. I'm curious. You would love these books that I'm reading right now. The book I'm reading right now is a thriller, mystery, spooky.
Yeah. I love a thriller, mystery, spooky.
And I feel our taste in books are we would like majority of
every book
books.
you recommend to me, I like for the most part.
Actually, I'm going to give you my Audible login today, and I want you to read these 2 books. They're both thriller mysteries.
Okay, but here's the thing. To do a poll, does listening to on Audible, is that considered reading a book?
We should do a poll. It's not technically, but it is because I don't have any time to read.
I love audiobooks, but yes, I understand. And I feel the same way where my book club is coming up and I have to read this book by Saturday. So I'm downloading it on Audible, right? But a book hits so much harder when you actually read it. Say you swear, I read it and I think it was way less cheesy because Audible makes it so cheesy.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Audible does have the tendency to make it cheesy or on the other end to be more like immersive.
Yes.
If it's a really good, not cheesy book, the narrator's
narrator,
yeah, if the narrator's really good. This book that I'm reading right now that you're going to listen to, it's 4 different voice actors. When it's the girl's point of view, it's a girl, and then the boy, a boy. I love that stuff.
Yes. Okay.
I do love an audiobook.
No, I love an audiobook too, but I'm just like,
what do you love
You're
more,
always
though?
like, Brandon's reading the Harry Potter series, and I'm like, what? And then it's
reading?
like, he's listening. It is different. I wish we would call it something different.
Does it not feel as...
It discredits the people who are sitting down and not scrolling on their phone and reading a book. That's reading. Like, I love to read. You're not reading. You're listening to a story on tape, you know?
Yeah, but...
While you clean your house. Like, that's not reading. You're just
But
being
does it just feel
entertained.
like you can't take credit?
No. I'll listen to an Audible book too.
But
Like,
it's
I
just
love
like
audiobooks.
But then if you're in a conversation and you're like, I love to listen to books, it'd be like, okay.
Or just, I love audiobooks. I don't know. That's the thing is I get people call it reading, but I feel like this is a worldwide phenomenon. A phenomenon. But it's almost like if you were like, oh yeah, I love the theater. And then you're like, oh yeah, Greatest Showman.
Or watching Newsies
Broadway,
on Disney
like,
Channel.
Yeah. And it's like, going and seeing a play in person is so much different than a movie. It's just different.
No, it is
I'm
different.
trying to think of like some way to relate it, but it just feels different. So when you're like, oh, I read all 14 books, I'm like, you didn't read them.
But let me say it.
I know it's the same thing I have, not with just you. And same thing with me. If they're like, oh, did you read this book? And I'm like, yeah, I read it. But in my book club, I'm like, I listened to it. I confess. I'm like, I didn't actually read it.
Yeah, I feel like it is kind of downgrade. People are, and they do clarify. Well, I listen to books, and I'm just like, it's fine though.
It is fine. But it was just like at my book club, they mark and tab and do all the things. I don't have time for that. But then I feel imposter syndrome because I'm like, fine, I downloaded on Audible. And
I
listened
feel
to it
like
last-
that. I'm curious. I need to talk to Rachel about this because I feel like she's similar. She loves an audiobook, but she gets more pride out of actually reading a book.
Yeah. Or when you're like, I reread Harry Potter every year. It's like, yeah.
You're like, you listen to it, you bet.
But
also
it doesn't
too, it's
matter. But I'm just curious if other people get that same inside rage where it's like, no, you didn't read it.
Yeah, I'm sure avid readers probably are like, okay. But also too, I think for me, it's if I have time, I will read the actual book.
When was the last time you ever read a book?
I literally read Harry Potter last year, like
You
the
did?
actual book. Yeah, I have all of the
Hard copy?
When I read one this summer too, but also too, it is such a luxury for me, and I love finishing books quickly. And so if I'm actually reading a book, it's going to take me a month.
No, and I think the same thing too, because I'm like, okay, I could just get disciplined, download this on my Kindle, read it in bed, and get a little bit more into it and enjoy it more. Or I could listen to it on Audible and like clean my whole kitchen while I listen. You could get so much more done and multitask.
Yeah, that's how it is for me.
And having something to listen to is amazing.
Yeah, and nighttime too is me and Brandon's unwind. Let's be together. I'm not going to sit there and just read a book when it's our time to be together.
Yeah. It's so true. No, so I obviously understand why. I'm just wondering if other people get that same way. Where they,
I'm
like,
sure.
want to differentiate
We should do a poll.
it, or if there should be another word for reading. Wink. Okay, anyways, continuing forecast. I finally found a therapist and booked my therapy appointment.
Oh, wait, so you did both of your consultations?
Mm-hmm.
So was it the first one or the second one?
The first one.
She was great.
Yeah, she was great. I thought she'll be a good fit.
I'm so lucky, but I'm confused. Did you go online and do it? Because I tried to do that and none of them were online.
Yeah, all of the websites I went to, it says like request consult. There's a button.
And there was calendar. The 3 I did, none of them had that.
No, I want you to meet with the girl. At least do a consult with her. The girl that I'm going to go to, because she takes Select Help.
Okay,
But
I
Becca
need your
recommended
help.
her,
I
so I
need
wonder
you.
if she's on your list. But I was filling out all the intake forms and stuff, and I talked to her on the phone. Oh, because this is why. So update, I had my surgery last week. After my failed embryo transfer, they did some testing, and then I ended up having polyps. They're like, yeah, you do need another hysteroscopy. So I got another hysteroscopy done. And they're like, while you're under, we'll do a biopsy to make sure you don't have endometritis. And so they go in to do the surgery. I wake up from surgery and my doctor's like, oh, actually, you have the prettiest uterus I've ever seen. No polyps. So had 0 polyps. Did that.
They went away in 1 week.
1 week. They went away in 1 week. And I
So you
didn't
had
even need
surgery for nothing.
I mean, it was nice that they did the biopsy, I guess, but literally nothing.
But are you down to spend like $4,500 to be asleep
No.
for a biopsy?
They could have done the biopsy a week before and I would have my results right now. So anyway, so I'm like, whatever, this is fine. Trying to enjoy it. Also, work is so stressful right now for me, so I literally couldn't even take the day off. So I go in for surgery, go under anesthesia, wake up from anesthesia, hop on a meeting. I'm just raw dogging it through these freaking surgeries now. And Hayden orders DoorDash for us that night. We get aubergine. And I was so excited because they're freaking tomatillo dressing or whatever. I just wanted to dip my cheesy roll in that so fucking bad. And I open up my salad and there's no dressing. And I literally just huck the bag of food. And I'm like, this is bullshit. And I just start sobbing. And I run into the other room. And Hayden was like, okay, Hulk. He's like, how's my little Hulk? Are you feeling dangerous? And everything. We're all just carrying something. And he's like, are you gonna Hulk out? Yeah. But I literally was like, my life is bullshit. I can't control anything. Of course my freaking dressing isn't here. And I'm literally just on my bedroom floor. And Hayden's like, you can have my dressing. And I'm like, I need help.
And I need help.
So then the next day I got on and found a therapist.
I know. When's your first appointment?
Well, it was on Thursday, but we have that thing that we're going to. So I moved it to Friday. So I'm excited.
It'll be really good.
But the consult was everything. And I thought it's going to be great. I think it's going to be good. But when I was filling it out, she's like, what's your past with religion? What's your past with this? And I am actually excited to get in and deconstruct a lot. I think I can tap into some things that I've been
You're not at all down to not even down to deconstruct. I feel like that's so low on your priorities of things, but I'm sure it does.
The switch is turned off, the door is closed and locked and bolted.
Well, I even talk about it and you're like, yeah. Anyways.
God, blah, blah, blah. No, but I did mention, I was like, I grew up LDS, told my religious background. My mom died. That kind of warped everything for what I believe in the afterlife. It is interesting. I would love to unpack that with a therapist, So that type of stuff.
Are you excited? You're going to have a therapist.
Yeah. And you're next.
I know. I want us to just both be like, so in therapy this week.
Yeah.
Therapy girlies.
Literally. And also just my last thing. I learned this week, nothing's as bad as you think it's going to be.
Okay.
Every bad day, every fear of falling, it happens and you do it and it's fine.
I think that's spoken by a true person that's gone through hell.
Yeah, but even if I look at my work calendar and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have all these meetings and I'm dreading this. And I get to the end of the day and I'm like, that wasn't that bad. Or I'm like, oh my gosh, my world will end if this embryo fails. And
it didn't.
it did. It failed. It did in fact fail, but my world did not end. Where it's like, I can't live without my mom, but it's like, you sure can.
If you're here in your life.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things. Or even just like, I had to text the therapist and reschedule on the first time. And I was like, I'm so nervous. She's going to think I'm so flaky, blah, blah, blah. And just Band-Aid approach. Hi, sorry, I can't make it. Can we reschedule? You know, it's not as bad as you think if you just do it. Procrastinating.
You know what you're saying to me right now?
What?
Radical acceptance.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're like, I'm accepting the reality, but it's also not the end of the world.
Yeah. I just think I'm so sick of anticipating things where I'm just like, girl, stop stressing. It's really not that bad. Tomorrow's really not going to be that bad.
I need to adopt that this week. Remind myself of those feelings because everything does feel like the end of the world right now.
Yeah. So tell me about you.
Okay, let's think about my week. I had a really good weekend. I think I've just been like really missing Brandon because he's just working so late and then closing the store down and gone on the weekends. And
Have to do a lot of the storefront stuff.
He doesn't have to do a lot of the storefront stuff, but he is going to close a lot. Because a lot of the times too, girls are working and he's like, I don't want them to close by themselves. So he'll go later at night sometimes. This weekend was so good because it was such a recharge. We went to a pumpkin patch. We went to eat. We did Nickelmania. We did Harry Potter marathon. We played a lot of games. We just bonded so much. And I'm like, this is literally my reason for everything right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I needed that family time.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is what I'm living for. And so when I don't have that, I'm dead inside and have nothing.
Yeah.
But eventually we'll get there. Okay, I have this thought too. This was my random thought. Really quick. And then we can just wrap things up. This is my question to you. Do you really think that you can be friends with your friends' friends? AKA friends-in-law.
Ooh, friends-in-law. Friends with your friends' friends. It kind of depends on the friend.
It's weird because, okay, here's the thing. Especially where you're sitting. It's my best friend and my best friend should be friends. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the times, it just doesn't click. You're the link. Mm-hmm. But isn't that so interesting? For instance, you and Rachel, I don't know if you guys would be best friends. And you guys are my best friends.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was actually thinking the other day. I think I was just listening to the last week's podcast, or 2 weeks ago with Brecca. And I was just thinking about you and wanting to help you. And I was like, oh, I wonder what Rachel thinks of this. I want to talk to her about like, how do we help Chelsey, you know? Team up together. And we have a best friend in common.
But it's kind of like a mother-in-law and a mother. Where you are friends.
You share these children.
Yeah.
I'm sure you feel the same way. A lot of your friends aren't my vibe. All
That's
your friends
what
are
I'm
great.
saying.
But I always knew low-key that me and Bailey would get along. Whenever
and
you
I
talk
remember
about
you
Bailey,
saying that to me. You'd be like, but I feel like me and Bailey would be legit friends. You had mentioned that to me multiple times. The thing is, though, it's my friends did not like you. Like,
yeah.
They didn't know you at all, but they just had such a, I think because I was like, Sammy's my best friend. And they were just like, okay, who's this random girl from another school taking our friend away?
Yeah.
So they had this narrative of you. But I feel like as the years have gone on and they have met you, really gotten to know you, they love you, especially Bailey. I feel like that was like the breakthrough where I was like, see?
Well, yeah, it was like I became friends with Bailey and they're like, oh yeah, Sammy's great. So funny.
So
But I also,
annoying to me.
You also did that yourself a little bit.
Okay, but not really.
Because you kept me separate. Because that's what's hard is when I say it depends on the friend, you're very much like
She's
walls
mine.
up. Yeah. But Emily is like, come on, come on, be friends with my friends. Like, oh, let me give you her number. You guys would be so whatever. But I have other friends who aren't so much like that.
But I think, especially how we became friends.
But I think you liked having a little separate life outside of your friend group.
I tried to where I was like, no, Sammy's coming to my birthday dinners, or like, Sammy's doing this.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, no, she's really cool and I love her. I feel like it would have been a lot easier for me because I did feel very torn. But then what bothered me was when you and Bailey became such good friends, then my friends were like, oh, she is cool. And I'm like,
we could have had this all along.
that's so frustrating to me.
But yeah, and then with my friends, I guess I'm surprised none of you guys have become closer than you are.
But I feel like I would say I'm friends with all of your friends. I'm trying to think of out of your friends who I'm closest with. I'm not close with any of them, but if I saw them,
If you saw them, for sure, you would be talking in Target for an hour. But that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised none of you guys have connected or
done
separately.
anything. But wouldn't it be so weird if I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to dinner with Pullum and Emily? You'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's weird. It's like, why wouldn't you invite me?
Yeah, but you
I'm
and Bailey
surprised-
have like formed this best friend outside of
Well, yeah,
us.
because I needed a roommate and she was my roommate and we were both single. It wasn't weird that we didn't invite you to our singles ward.
But it just progressed into you guys being best friends. So I guess with your friends, I haven't peeled off and had any relationships with them without you.
Yeah, but you could have gone on a double date with Emily and Will because Brandon and Emily are close. Or you and Maddie could be really close because her and Logan are married. If you guys wanted to, I feel like you guys could have connected.
Totally.
That door's totally open for me, at least. And I feel like I have connected a lot of people where, yeah,
be friends. But I love all of your friends. That's the thing, though. There's not anyone that, because they are very similar to my vibe.
So what's your consensus? Do you think that you can truly be friends with your friends?
You would say yes, because you are all friends, but I'm not friends with them without you. Oh, and you know who I used to hang out with? It was Case Smoot by myself.
What? When? No, you didn't. You're a liar. You're a dirty, rotten liar.
I'm just the person that's be friends. Be friends with my friends. And then I tell you I've been
that's one
hung out
thing.
with
If
my
I'm
friends.
like, yeah, you should, whatever. But it's another thing if I was actually living a double life and we didn't invite you. That would have been weird if you hung out with
me. And Case Smoot decorated your room that one time. We would go get drinks and treats.
Bonded over my birthday. Crazy. No, that's
you
fine.
did not want me to be friends with your friends without you.
Absolutely.
And I was loyal.
Here's the thing. In high school, yes, you can be friends with each other's friends. But when you skirt over and, yo, Jenny, let's be BFFs and let's not invite Sammy to hang out with these boys, that would hurt.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, in high school, I feel like it's different because we're all hanging out every day. And so if you guys hung out without me, that would be weird unless I was sick or out of town.
Yeah, and I didn't, so you're welcome.
That's weird because you said you did with Case Moon and
Two for
who
your
else
birthday.
did you hang out with? Sam Grover?
Probably. We probably got so deep.
I will never forget this.
It haunts me.
I moved to San Francisco and you guys all went to Denny's.
That is an iconic. That was the turning point where it was all of your friends and you weren't there, and that was so weird.
I thought you were going to say it was so fun. I was going to punch you in the face.
No, it was so weird because I'm like, oh, this is the first time that Sammy hasn't been here and I'm with all of her people.
Yeah, you guys all went to Denny's. And Sam sent me a picture. And it was Amy and you and Brandon and Sam and the most random group of people.
Especially in high school, it's the being left out and being friends with your friends.
It hurts.
It hurts.
It cuts deep. But don't you feel like you kind of mature out of that?
Yeah.
Like if in high school, if I would have been hanging out with Gwen, you would have been like the...
Oh, totally.
Were you mad when I took Brandon Wardrop to Morp?
Probably.
Morp 2009?
Probably. Because I wasn't there. Or did I go with someone?
No. It was a Timpanogos dance. He was friends with all my Timpanogos friends.
That probably pissed me off.
You have to ask Brandon Wardrop.
That probably pissed me off a little bit. I'm like, that's my best friend.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I was there? Didn't one of the guys ask me?
No, bitch. Not everything's about you, okay? You were not there.
But didn't you guys go bowling?
No. No, this is what happened.
You were so sad and you came.
No.
What?
Asked me to prom. Bless his heart. Thank goodness I could go to one freaking high school dance. He asked me.
Tender mercy.
I'll never tell you. You want to know one thing that haunts me? Not ever getting asked to homecoming. I never got asked to homecoming. And then Emily's mom and my mom took us up to the Marriott.
Emily didn't get invited either.
No, we both didn't get asked to homecoming senior year. And so our moms took us to stay at a hotel that night. But
That's
it was like
so sweet.
It was like Friday night. And then Saturday we got back from the hotel and I remember us driving past the house and they did a dinner there. And we were just seeing everyone and torturing ourselves.
But at least you had Emmeline.
I know. We really trauma bonded in high school.
I need to reiterate really quick before you finish this story. I love your friends. So you can be friends. I'm just even saying Emmeline. I'm like, I love Emily. The reason why I love Emily so much, I've said this a million times, she's literally Brandon. Like, her and Brandon have the exact same personality.
Oh, Emily's amazing. And she can literally be friends with everyone. And I don't think there's a single person on this planet who doesn't like Emily.
No, because she's so chill and nice and kind and also not a gossip, but down to sit in the gossip. I love her so much. She's not drama.
Not at all. She's so understanding. She's literally the best friend. I need to call her.
Okay, go.
What it was is so asked me to prom. And then Plum was like, you guys need to go bowling or something so you can get to know him more before prom. And he took you.
Oh,
bowling.
That's right.
And then Plum in London.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Was it a date?
I don't know if it was a date, but I think we have a picture of us four.
I love that a lot of our high school, though, is intertwined.
And it's so fun, too, because I married Hayden, who is intertwined with a whole separate group. Going to freaking wedding, I'm just, what is life? This is so weird. That I'm in this friend group where he's best friends with Baldo. It's so random. But the best.
So many crossovers. I literally married Brandon.
It's the best. Started planning my Christmas party, by the way.
I know, I saw it on Canva.
Oh, you did? Oh, no. So you know the theme?
And I told Brandon.
Oh, did you like it?
I love it.
Are you excited?
I'm really excited. But I was also like, Brandon's like, oh, did she tell you? And I was like, no, she didn't tell me.
Oh, inspiration just struck this weekend.
So good.
I woke up at like 6 a.m. and was looking up ideas.
Don't ever stop.
Oh, I'll never stop with a Christmas party. But I think I am going to stop with my chocolate night. Just silence. Missed the last 3 years. Okay. Yeah.
I want you too.
Why? Nobody comes and it's so much work and I just feel like it breaks my heart every time.
Will you do it with your sister?
Yeah, obviously I'm still going to make chocolates every year, but I'm not going to do a Mama Warner night.
That's so sad.
I know. Anyways.
And on that note.
Talking about things that haunt us. I hope it all haunts you guys.
But can I still get a chocolate box?
Nope. You don't want me to make them, you don't get them.
They're so good.
Absolutely. It's funny though, because I feel like it's such a, not a waste giving them to you guys, but it's like cool.
But then also you can see me and Brandon going to See's Candy on the weekends too.
Really? You See's Candy?
Yeah, Brandon hates it. He's like, this is garbage. Yeah. The quality of the chocolate is so bad. It's
just trash.
Yeah, because Brandon's such a chocolate snob. But I'm like,
the quality of my chocolate that I buy is so good.
But it's so expensive.
It's $120 a freaking bar.
But as long as I get chocolates, you do what you want.
Okay, cool. The Christmas party will carry on.
I'm excited. Okay, love you guys.
Okay, love you guys. Have a good week. Okay, happy Halloween. Bye.
Bye.